Whoops. Hello, hello. Thanks. I got it at Hobby Lobby. I couldn't I couldn't refuse. It was like $3. I was like, "Yep, you're coming home with me." All right, that looks like it's pretty good to paint on. It's okay if there's a couple little imperfect things. Paint will cover that up just fine. Okay. Oh, these are pretty. Oh, these turned out so good. Just checking out my resin things from last night. Yeah, so I screwed up. Well, I didn't screw up. I kind of was risking it. Removed some guidelines. I feel like I can still see a few, so um there's a couple spots. Well, now I can't see them, but they were definitely there. So I'm gonna have to go and just kind of cover them up a little bit more. Was I even showing that? I noticed I was just kind of staring at it, but hello, hello. I know, I might have to save a set of these for myself too. Those are very pretty. Okay, so let's check out the coasters that needed a second coat. Well, I guess a coaster and two ornaments. You did. Yay. All right. Fingers crossed. Oh, yes. Perfect. 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 Beautiful. So these were all second coats. So always hoping that the second coat is perfect because I hate doing a third. Oh, this one looks good too. I know, right? It's hard to it's hard to avoid them. It is. Yes. It definitely is. But at the same time, knowing that you guys love them too makes it a little easier. Um, I got it off Amazon, but it's like it's okay. It's not my favorite. I actually just ordered a new one tonight, so I'll let you guys know what I think about that one. Oh yeah, so the purple coaster that I just showed, that is the pattern of the month for April's VIP. So if you're in VIP, I have a written design on how to make that. Thanks. All right, so a few of these I just need to go back over. The you can see a few guidelines, which I saw it a lot more when it was wet, but anyways, I'm just gonna kind of do a second coat in some of these, which that's always kind of the risk with these because these aren't paint, you know what I mean? So I should have just waited and removed my guidelines, but I was being a little impatient and I kind of was like, it's probably fine. No, I should have waited. Just going back over some of these. Oh, yeah, we miss Joanne. I was actually just thinking about that today because I went to Hobby Lobby to get some things and um I drove past the old Joanne store and I was like, "Oh, I miss it." Not that I went there all that often, because I don't they had some stuff, but for the most part it was more for like fiber artists. Um, but every once in a while I would go in there for certain things, and it sucks when, just wanting to go to the craft store and not really having the option anymore stinks. Yes. I mean, honestly, it kind of depends on the resin that you use, but the majority of the resins out there, they withstand heat up to a certain temperature. I don't remember off the top of my head resin rockers, but I know it's hot enough for your average coffee cup and even a little more than that. As long as your resin is cured, yes, it should withstand the heat. Thank you. I'm pretty fast. I will say that. I try to get projects done. There are people I've seen that like as much as I want to watch them, and I will, but some stuff I lose interest because it's too slow for me. Maybe it's because I dot, right? But um maybe if I didn't dot at all, maybe I'd be able to watch them a little bit more. But um yeah, I totally get it. Hello. Part of my motto though is pretty not perfect, and some of those people who do go a lot slower than me, like they're perfectionists, which is not a bad thing at all. I just for my sanity, like I know it's gonna look pretty no matter what, and it doesn't have to be perfect because this is hand painted, right? Like it's never gonna be perfect, perfect. Not that I'm careless, but I'm not as much of a perfectionist as some are. You're drawing? What you drawing? But I've kind of always been this way, not just like with dotting, it's just like with anything that I do. Once I do it enough, I can do it pretty quickly. So I think that just is just me as a person. I haven't done it with roses yet, I don't believe, but I've done it with the other flower tools and they turned out super pretty. Oh, nice, nice. I'm just touching up for any of you guys who are just joining. I'm just touching up a few areas. Once I removed my guidelines, I noticed I could still see a few of them through some of these swooshes, which typically once the swoosh kind of gets a little bit thinner, like towards the top of this of like the point, that's typically when you're gonna see your guidelines. Like down here was fine. So I'm just going back through and touching it up. It's crazy. I saw it a lot more earlier. Now I'm like nervous that when I put varnish on it, they'll all show up again. I wonder if that's what happened on that last coaster, remember? When I was like, I don't know how I missed half of my guidelines. Maybe that's what happened. Thanks. It's kind of like a poinsettia rose flower. Oh, very nice, very nice. Yeah, the dragon. Yeah, yep. I use it on the dragonfly piece. Here, I'll show you for anybody who wants to see. I noticed, Heather, but you can't see it from far away. It's okay. So I did, like tie-dye, I call them tie-dye dots with the 10 petal here, so they're all different colors. I'm running out of room to hang things up in my apartment, you guys. Thanks. All right, let's finish this one. I think we're gonna add some sparkly. Um, let's do metallic. Dad joke. Let's get a dad joke going. Once I take down my Easter decor, I'll have a whole wall that I can put stuff up on again. Hello, hello. Let's see. Why why did the chick go to the party? Because she wanted to see her peeps. Isn't that pretty? We'll work on that one next. I do. My website is linked in my profile on here. Uh I have a lot of my art up. But JGrondz, like my username JGrondz.art.com. That's where you can see all of my stuff, including the tools that I use too, but I post all my art on there as well. There's lots of stuff to look at. I know, I know. I used to be really good at it, and then I just keep forgetting. Thank you. Yeah, we were working on that one on Facebook. Good news, guys. I talked to my supplier while I was making dinner. And I asked him if he had a red version of that super blue color, and he does. He also had a different red one, so I'm getting samples of both of those the next time I place an order. I also asked him if I wanted him to mix pigments and do a special color, if he would do that, and he also said yes. So, now within the next like week or two, I have to figure out what the next pre-order for pigments is going to be. So we used to do a dad joke every night in honor of one of our fun followers who passed away early last year, and he would always come in and drop a dad joke and then leave. But he was one of my very first like followers that stuck around. He would keep me company on my lives when I had like 3 people when I was first starting out. So we just decided to keep dad jokes going in his honor. Shit. No, I didn't. I totally forgot. All right. So, I don't know if any of you guys saw DGH's post about some fun stuff that's happening soon, but she's doing an Easter holiday celebration. So it's not like an Easter thing, it's just with eggs and stuff like that. So she's doing like mystery Easter eggs. I don't know all of the details yet, but what I do know is that you'll be able to grab eggs, which they're up now. You'll be able to grab eggs, and then she'll be live on Saturday, I believe, at 8, I think. And from what my understanding is, based off of the eggs that you get, like they're different price points. And then when you go on her live and she calls your name, she'll like ask you like what your favorite color is or something like that. I think is how she's doing it. And then based off of what's inside the egg, which is the price point that you grabbed, she will send a glitter of a matching color. You just won't know. Like if you say you like green, it could be, a chunky green glitter or a fine glitter or something. I don't know if there's more than one at a time, but obviously whatever the price point is will be, whatever you get is more than what you pay for, basically. So if you guys want to get in on that, they are live, and I totally forgot about it. It went live at 8 p.m. today, and I totally forgot to tell you guys about it. I do not. There's never such thing as too much glitter, okay? You need all the colors, okay, for ornaments. Every single color. What's the Easter Bunny's favorite kind of music? Ash, can you tell her that she still has the mystery grab bags up and the other things aren't on there? Well, if they are on there, they're not as easy to see. Actually, I don't see it at all. Should it just be on the home page, like the first listing? Yeah, that's what I see. I don't see the other thing. Down Glitter Holler is doing the eggs. Oh, I don't know what color I want to top that with. Hey, regardless if I need it, I always like to buy it to support her. Plus, it's a write-off for me because I use it in my business. So, killing two birds, maybe three technically with one stone, supporting a friend, getting a write-off, and, you know, having beautiful glitter to make Christmas ornaments with. Ah, if you search egg, it'll come up. Remember, my code doesn't work though because it's already discounted. So, you're home. Hey babe, I made your garlic bread. It's in the microwave, but I didn't put anything on it because I didn't want it to get soggy. So you'll just have to put your meatballs on top with some cheese and throw it in the air fryer for a couple minutes. No, it is. I just didn't put the stuff on it because that's how you melt the cheese. Okay, well that works too. What the hell? Okay, we're good. Yes, delicious. They're what am I call what I call them? Meatball garlic bread toasties. I think that's what I call. They're so good. It's Texas toast, and I make meatball. Just I mean, I'm simple. Freezer meatballs with like Rizzo's pizza pasta sauce, whatever, and I cook the meatballs in the sauce, and then once that's done, I throw the garlic bread in the air fryer to crisp up. And then when that's done, I'll cut two meatballs in half. So you get, well, actually, no, I think I just do one meatball in half. One and a half meatballs per garlic bread, and then I put some cheese on top, and I throw it back in the air fryer for like 2 minutes so that cheese gets all melty. Amazing, so simple. And I don't know, I like hadn't made that before until kind of recently. I just sort of okay. So have you ever watched? There's this creator. She's all over the place, but I've seen her on TikTok. Her husband, the video usually starts where she's walking into the kitchen or walking to do something, and her husband's like, "Hey, babe," and she stops and she's like, "What?" And he's like, this sounds really good." And then he'll like describe some random food concoction, and she'll be like, "Oh, that does sound really good." And then she, like, completely makes it from scratch. So the idea for what I made came from, um, I think he wanted, like, garlic bread lasagna or something, where she basically just hollowed out, like, a huge loaf of bread and, like, layered lasagna in it and cooked it, and it just looked amazing. I did miss a dot. I missed 2 I missed multiple dots, Jesus. I was too busy thinking about garlic bread. But yeah, so, I watched that and I was like, I feel like that would be really good to do with, like, meatballs or something. So I did it one day and I was like, "Wow, this is delicious." Like, so freaking good. We good now? I think we're good now. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Judy. That's sad. Yeah. So good. So, so good. Highly recommend. And it's super easy too. The longest part is just waiting for the meatballs to cook in the sauce. I grabbed my eggs. All right, I think I'm pretty happy with that. I think we'll set that aside. Back to this one. So this is the one we were working on earlier. I think the blue is pretty dark. I mean, I might go over the tippy tops of those swooshes, and I might even be a little slightly impatient, but I think I'm going to remove the guidelines now. Oh, is my sponge wet enough? Don't want it to be soaking wet, but enough to remove guidelines. It dried for like, what, an hour and a half, 2 hours? I think we're all right. Okay, beautiful. Did I miss another dot still? No way. I know, I'm sorry. When life gets you down, it tends to always just hit you all at once, and it's just never fun. It always seems like one thing after another, after another, after another, you know? There's a paint booger. Come here. I found a new pet set of pliers, tweezers, whatever, when I was organizing stuff earlier. Oh, yeah. I was talking about food and missed a bunch of dots. I mean, are you surprised though? I feel like we need to do another gold layer. Let's do some walking dots. And just kind of let them trail off. Oh, I know. It's because of the cap. Especially when you get down to towards the end of the bottle. The amount of paint boogers that are in my 8-ounce bottle of black paint. Ugh, it's ridiculous. I know. I tell my sister that it can't be that bad forever, you know? You just gotta try and stay as positive as possible, and eventually you'll look back and be like, "Yeah, that sucked, but things are better now." Mr. Kitty, my goodness. Oh, do you have the cheese out? You're not getting meatballs, Mr. Kitty. He is a meatball. You almost got garlic breaded in the face. I don't know if you guys can hear him purring in the background. Yeah, this one's fun, isn't it? Hi, bud. Oh, I feel like I keep hearing about that. I wonder if it's the same creator or if they're all just having trouble right now. I feel like YouTube kind of mutes the microphone. He's so handsome. Wait, look, hold on. Look at this. Look at this little stinker. He's just hanging out. My bubba. Is you happy your best dude is home? Yeah, he's so happy. Oh no, you're gonna fall. Oh, I just make a freaking mess. I just grab it and just nom nom nom. Oh, it's a boy. His name is Toby. And the human is named Scott. Oh yeah, perfect. He's a big fluffy boy. He's in the process of like losing his winter coat. Um so he always is like he just fur everywhere and it's crazy. I never liked cats. I mean, I didn't hate cats. I never hated cats, but um I was never a fan of cats until I had one of my own. Um all of the cats that I knew were just not nice. No, he is. That's why I'm okay with cats now. But every cat that I knew before him was like some of them were just mean, and then some of them are typical cats where they seem really, really nice, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, fuck you." And then they like bite you or scratch you because they had enough of your pets. And I just didn't appreciate that. But Toby, he's half dog. Um, he's a cat dog and he's very friendly. I didn't hear him hiss once for like the first half of his life. The only time he hisses is if you accidentally step on his tail or, you know, piss him off enough, but he doesn't usually hiss at me. So low key, so cute. He was the cutest kitten. Oh my God. I fell in love with him right away. He was just a little scruffy, little tiny tabby. Like, I'm pretty sure he was the runt. He was the only one left. But God, was he cute. It is, but it's not out yet. It is not out yet. We are currently working on this set. We have not completed it yet, though. There's a square that's very similar in the set as well, and um, still just trying to perfect it. Yeah, I thought he just didn't know how to hiss, and then the one time he did, I was like, "What was that? Did he just hiss?" Oh, so that is a whale tail, but could be a mermaid tail, and That is one of our other ideas that are kinda in the works. So, we already have the C set, number 1, but I called it C number 1 because I knew that we'd be working on a second one because we had, like, other ideas, and the set would have just been way too big if we did all at once. And, there's also gonna be a set that's, like, air, so, like, hummingbird, eagle, owl, things like that, which we're currently working on too. We always have multiple sets in the works, we're just, perfecting them. I had my tool that I use, my rose tool, that's all. Oh, no. You would have passed out last year because Toby caught a mouse, um, and he found it on my live, and it was so funny. I w I mean, he had been hunting that thing for a little bit, but obviously nothing came of it. I believed him. Scott didn't think we had a mouse. I was like, "We absolutely do." Um, it started with him cat loafing in front of, our closet in the bedroom. Like, we live on the bottom floor, and our apartment, they renovated it, but they didn't really change much. They basically just slapped some coats of paint, took out the carpets, so still older apartment complex. Anyways, and it was cold out, so that happens, I guess. And so he went from cat loafing in front of my closet to cat loafing in the hallway closet that has the, like, water tank thing and nothing else, but just that. And then, like, the day before he caught the mouse, he was in front of my fridge looking underneath it. And then the next day when I woke up and I came out here, everything I have a bunch of stuff under my desk, like drawers and boxes and just things stacked, and all of that was on the floor. And I was like, "What the heck happened last night?" And so the whole day I was sitting, I usually sit cross-legged, but, I was making sure I was, because I was like, "Is there, like, a giant spider under my desk?" Like, I don't fucking know. So I was talking about it on my live the one day, and then Toby comes over and he's like ass up, face down, but behind stuff, right? So I'm like, "Oh my god, he's gonna get stuck." And so he was so crazy that I was like, I feel like there has to be something, behind here. So I like move my camera because I'm putzing around moving things under my desk. And I move one of my like 3 drawer things, and we just see this mouse just run across the screen, and I'm like, oh my god, like, didn't even I don't even know. I didn't even think it could have been a mouse. Like, that's not what I was expecting. I didn't even think I was gonna find anything. Um, he didn't catch it because it ran away, and then we went to Ace and we got one of those traps, like the humane ones, not not the ones that kill them, the ones that you can release. Because I had a pretty traumatic experience at my house when I was growing up with a mouse trap that, killed mice. So, we stuck them like, along the wall, and then I think he was in our coat closet, like, that's where it ran, because Tub was, like, not leaving that spot alone for the rest of the night. And then I was in the shower, I got out of the shower, and I'm, like, putting my PJs on, and I hear Scott say something like, "Oh, oh, no, 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 Tub, no." And I run out, and he's crouched down by the door with the cat, and he stands up, and he's holding a mouse by its tail, and he's like, "Well, he caught it." And I said, "See, I told you. I literally told you." So yeah, he caught a mouse, and then, a few months later, he caught another one, which I think it was the same one because we didn't let it go very far, and I was on the phone with my friends, and I think I cried almost because I literally pried this thing out of his mouth because I couldn't deal with it. It was so cute. And so I put it in an Amazon box and walked it out to, like, my dumpster. Um, and I haven't seen it since. I think he heard it the second time, which I'm kinda sad about because I did let it go. So nature potentially took its course, but it is what it is. Yeah, he didn't believe me until I showed him a video of it. I was like, "It's right here." But I still can't believe I caught that on live. I literally can't. I can't believe it. That's not the color I want. I think, yeah, so I had a hamster when I lived with some roommates before I moved here and, before I met Scott. And one day my roommate's hamster, when we got home, the cage was on the floor. The hamster was nowhere to be found. And like we looked for it for a while, couldn't find it. Couple days pass. I'm like picking up stuff off my floor because my boyfriend at the time was coming over, and I lift up the blanket on the floor and there's the hamster, not alive, and I felt really bad. But yeah, Tub, that's not he's had his share of catching rodents in his lifetime. But I still can't believe I got that one on live. I literally was like, I was as shocked as everyone else. Ooh, that looks literally like a white opal. How beautiful. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That was a good decision. Oh no. Oh yeah, I've heard about that happening. Do guinea pigs eat their babies? Ours didn't, but we had a guinea pig that had 5 babies. Well, hamsters eat their babies, I guess. We accidentally adopted a pregnant guinea pig and then she had 5 babies. It's actually mixed. So, I haven't decided yet what way I'm gonna do it. I'm either gonna do all of the colors or I'm gonna pick a few and mix them. And some of them won't be mixed because there's definitely a couple that we don't already have. I mean, none of them technically you have, but some of them do look the same as the other ones that we have over black anyways. Anyway, so I was having fun mixing a couple of them together. So this will either be like this on its own or it'll be all the colors and you guys can just mix them to whatever you want. No, I have a tool for that. That tool has not come out yet though. I was just kind of putzing around with it. I have not used any pigments for the rainbow coaster. That's a lie. Actually, I think I went over the gray with some liquid diamond, but you can't really see it. But no, I tried not to use any of the pigments because I don't want you guys to feel like you have to get them, but like only if you want them kind of thing. Wait, I totally missed what Nancy said. Hold on. Oh, that was funny. Oh no. Poor guy. It was still alive. Wow. Oh, I did do a rain. Fuck. I thought you were talking. Never mind. Did I do it on the rainbow coaster? I'm trying to remember what I put on them. Oh my gosh. I don't remember which ones I used or if I used the pastels. I don't remember. But yeah, I'm definitely down for calling these the opal collection because it literally looks like straight opals. If I had to guess, I used, you know what? I think I did use these ones. I mixed. I think I used this one and this one. Definitely this one. This one was really pretty. I can't remember. It kind of did form a Star of David. There you go. A new design idea with those. Did I? Oh, darn it. Hold on. Let me pull up a picture and see if I can't figure it out just by staring at the picture. We'll see if I could get a good quality photo showing all the sparklies. Oh yeah. Yeah, I did. Yep. So this one was just like the teal one, and this one was a mix of the like the blue one and the purple one. And then this one was like the yellow one, the gold one. The original one from the beginning. I think I always just knew in the back of my mind that that was probably going to be the one that I kept. Hello. Yeah, just add a little bit of glitter. It helps a lot. It was, I mean, it was in between both of the blue and purple ones. I kind of just knew I'd keep one of them because I vibe with those colors so much that it just if I had kept one of the other ones, it just wouldn't have, it didn't feel like it was meant to be mine, you know what I mean? Yeah. A little bit of glitter like is good, you know? It's good for everything. I'm going over this part by hand because I just don't think I'll be able to place the tool in the exact same spot second time around. So I'm just carefully going over it because I really like how this looked over the other white part. So I'm just going to try and do it on all of the white in here. You guys can't really see what I'm doing, but anyways, I need to be careful with how much I use this though, because I'm currently out of Duraclear and Triple Thick, so I can't make more if I run out. Thanks. Big fan, big fan. Thank you. Sometimes it is just easier to go over it by hand, as long as you're careful. Oh yeah, it's always a good one. I almost did like my typical blue and white, but for this one I was like, no, let's add some gold for once. I know. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so exciting. I need to I really need to figure out what the heck I'm doing for you guys since my original plan didn't didn't work out. Oh darn, I forgot to take it. Oh, you all right? Little hairball? I need to take my allergy medicine, I forgot. Ooh, that's a lot. Spread it out. Oh, damn it. I'll probably go over and fix it with some black paint. If I try and wipe it, it's just gonna make everything around it sparkly. Okay, I need to unzoom just a tad because I keep going off camera. I know. He's just flying wherever he wants just to see the different airports and stuff, right? It's funny. Sounds like a plan, though. When you said he had an escape plan, I thought you meant like an escape plan for for dinner. My goodness. He's got a mega hairball. Gosh. That's so gross. Not gonna lie, that's one of those things that just gives me the major ick. It's like one of the things I hate that he does. And I know he can't help it, but it gives me the major ick. You all right? You got something stuck in your pocket? Thank you. There's not a class tomorrow, but all of the new monthly material will get uploaded. I believe the first class is that following Monday. I like to give you guys about a week to get stuff if you need to get anything. Okay. Yep, I will be up bright and early, getting everything put up in there. I already did a lot of this stuff over the last couple of days. So really I should just basically be um changing the new pattern and uploading a few things and changing the calendar and stuff like that. Um, um, I don't know if I'm doing like a big live or anything. We might pop on to say like hi. Because I don't really know what all we'll do. And then depending on like what time we all kind of leave each other for the day, I might go live at night. I don't know. It is. This one is the mix of the ghost slash opal pigments. This one is the mix of the teal and the blue. So that really gives me like blue fire opal vibes. So if I get them to do a custom mix for me, it might be that one. There's like 3 of them that I potentially want to do a custom mix if I don't wind up coming out with all of them. What do you mean? It should work. I've had people downloading it all month. Oh, that would be fun. But I didn't like say that I was officially going live, like, on the calendar for the month. I'm off all of those days, so that I don't have to feel like I have to commit to something, you know what I mean? So but I might go live. We'll see. I can't resist. I just wanna cover this whole thing. It's so pretty. This has been, like, my favorite way to finish off the coasters. It's so sparkly, using one of the pigments. This one is a good one because it shows what the, one pigment set it shows what it looks like over white, over black, and over a color, which is cool. I didn't do that on purpose, though. It is, but it hasn't come out yet. It's a prototype for a set that we're kind of playing around with. So it will be out eventually, yes. I know. I know. I think I'm gonna leave it. What? So they're a little different. It depends. Like a lot of so my pigments are synthetic. Sometimes mica powders are like they're not. They're more natural. But I like the sparkly. And you typically get more of a pearly with mica powders, although some people use the term interchangeably and some people might call them pigment powders or mica powders when they're actually pigment powders. But the majority of mine, and I'll tell you when they're not, because sometimes, like one of the ones I'm looking at, I know is not cosmetic grade, but all of these have been. So most of mine are cosmetic grade unless they say that they're not. And if you give it honestly, the best way for me to kinda say is just give it a quick Google, ask the difference between, mica powder and pigment powder, and it'll kinda do it. Well, it just means mine are high quality. They're a little higher quality than your typical, like you can't just, like, get these on, like, Temu, for example, you know what I mean? So, like, they're body safe if you wanted to use them. Like, I put them on my nails. It doesn't matter, but I just like to state that they are, just in case. Yeah, they definitely wouldn't be body safe if you put them inside the Duraclear on their own. They are cosmetic grade if you want to use them as such, but you don't obviously have to, because that's not my main use for these anyways. Hello, I am painting a coaster. We're almost done with this one. I'm just kind of finishing the outside part, and then we'll start another one. Thank you. Do you know what you're getting done, Heather? True. Ooh, yes. Very pretty. Those will be really pretty. Yeah, your nail girl is real good. I said I have to preserve this until I get more Duraclear, and here I am just using a shit ton of it. It's fine. I couldn't resist. It's so nice when you can just trust your nail person to just do whatever and you know it's gonna look good. 'Cause it's not that's not always the case. My nail girl is really good, but I know that she has her strengths and she has her weaknesses. So whenever I come with designs, I always make sure that like I know she can pull it off because I mean, everybody has a bad day, you know, it happens sometimes. Like I've had a few times where I haven't been like super pleased with my nails after I left, but you know, I'm not gonna like, you know, cause a whole freaking scene. I'll just usually if I don't like my nails, I'll usually paint over them. So that's how you know. Or if they don't last like they typically do and I paint over them, that's why. The other day she was telling me about this client that she has and she goes, "She's really nice, but I just sometimes I just, you know, I see her on my in my books and I'm like, "Ugh, I don't feel like doing it." And I was like, "Why?" And she was like, "Well, because she's the type of client that comes in with these, like, outrageous nail designs, or she has, like, 10 ideas and she wants to mush them all together into one." She goes, "Or she'll send me pictures of, like, AI nail art where, like, that's just, like, not human done, and she expects me to do it the exact same." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah. I would probably not enjoy that customer either." She's like, "Sometimes her stuff just requires a little too much brain power." And half the time she's not happy. And I'm like, "Well, what do you expect?" Like, it's not actually your art. Like, because another thing that people tend to do is like they'll and it's happened to me a few times over the years where someone will send me a picture of someone else's painting and they go, "Can you paint that for me?" And I'm like, "Well, 1, no. 2, it's like I don't even know like how they did it, you know?" Like, it's not as easy to just recreate someone else's stuff, nail art, things like that. Hello. Really digging this one. Sometimes gold really throws me off. It's the same way with, like, yellow, you know? I'm a silver person, but I like how this one turned out in the end. And with the resin coat on top, oh my gosh, the whole thing's just gonna be so sparkly. Hello, hello. Oh, yeah, I've never been, I could never mix. I'm very pale, so silver is usually pretty safe for me. If you have, like, a nice color to you or, like, maybe you have, like, a nice olive skin tone, gold looks very, very pretty, but for me, being so darn pale all the time, silver just honestly looks the best in my opinion on me. Yeah, exactly. Dang, I suck. I need to clean all of these tools. Sheesh. Oh, damn it. That's exactly what I did not want to happen. Oh well, we'll come back to it. Boop. Let me just try and clean these really fast. I am half Lebanese and half Italian, which normally that would be a great mix for like a good skin tone, but I'm not half, sorry, my mom's half Lebanese, half Italian. I have obviously that in me, but my dad is Polish. So I got like that red undertone to me as well. I'm a little mutt. Oh yeah, I hate the red tone in my skin, the pink red tone. My mom has that olivey skin tone and the gold looks very pretty on her. Yeah, I don't know. I think it just like it pops a little bit more, the silver. Hello, what's going on? Might as well just clean all of these while I'm at it. I hope you guys don't mind. Because I'm tired of picking these up because I do not store these tip up because they're sharp. And I'm tired of picking these up and being like, damn, that one's dirty. Let me grab another one. So, um, I think she'll dabble with some rose gold sometimes, but yeah, for the most part, she also prefers silver. And I don't mind rose gold, but I don't like mixing my jewelry. So if I wore rose gold, everything would have to be rose gold whenever I wore that, and I typically don't change my jewelry all that much. I know. She's a very pretty lady. Can you believe she's like 62? I think she'll be 62 this year. I don't think she looks it at all. Yeah. No, she literally has looked the same like my entire life. She looks the same to me. Obviously, probably a little bit more wise, but I mean, she has very good skincare routines and everything. All right. Yeah, she is. She was born in 64. right? She'll be 62 this year? Yeah, she was 60 in 24. I know. Everybody's always like, "Is that your sister?" And we're like, "No, that's her mom." And they're like, "No way." And of course, she like, she loves hearing that. We'll be like, "Are you guys triplets?" And they're like, "No, well, these are twins. I'm their mom." And they're like, "No freaking way." Thanks. They're kind of like blue opal nails. That was my my plan. Whenever I have her shorten my nails, I never feel like they're pointy enough. Like I'm gonna have to go in and like file them, but it's fine. Okay, what color palette do we want to do next? Yeah, unfortunately, not so much on my dad's side, so who knows what's gonna happen to me. Right. I know. Pink and purple. Okay, we can do that. Well, I happen to have a nice, beautiful pink and purple color palette right here. Don't even need to mix one up. I might mix a little more pink. Oh, but besides that, I saw pink and purple first, so that's what we're gonna do. Good thing I ordered another couple bottles of this. Ouch. All right. So this pink, because electric pink, which is a normal Americana color, that is not that bright, and sometimes it doesn't dry nice. So my go-to pink and purple is usually these 6, and then I'll add, like, the purple color shift and glitter and stuff, but this is typically my normal pink and purple color palette. So it's the DecoArt Americana Neons, like, specifically this bottle, because other neons aren't as great. They're thick. These are slightly thinner than normal Americanas, but consistency-wise, like, they're good. However, as with mostly all neons, they don't dry that great on their own. Those will look amazing under black light if you don't mix anything with them. But if you were to just use it on its own, it'll dry super dark and yucky. So you saw me put a little bit of light pink in here, and that'll help it dry down to where you could still put this under black light and it'll glow, but it'll still look good over a black base and it's not going to dry super dark. This one is bubblegum pink. This is poodle skirt pink, lavender, purple cow, and wisteria. Sometimes I'll use lavender haze instead of purple cow, but typically that's my go-to pink and purple color palette. And then I'll add some extra colors with top dots. Mm, what is this, a 12 split? All right. You're welcome. What kind of center do I want to do? Let's do a dot center. Hello, hello. I don't know why I did it that way because it's not gonna evenly do that. It's fine. They are. Yeah, they are. They typically will trap, like, air underneath, and then they'll, like, poot out the side a little bit. So one of the things that I do that tends to help is, I put a little extra paint on my tool, and then, that way whenever I, like, push down with my tool, I don't need to press all the way down. But I think using extra paint and then swirling it out flat afterwards tends to help a little bit better. Um Depends on my mood. Sometimes I just don't feel like making up a brand new pattern, so I'll look at something I've done in the past, and other times I just go with the flow. But I feel like most of the time it's kind of half and half. Like, I might start without a plan, but maybe I'll bring in a little bit of a design that I liked on something else that I did. But for the most part, I kind of just go with it and see what happens. Wow, that actually is pretty satisfying. Yeah, a little bit. So typically, if you see me kinda, like, not just doing one little motion, it's because, um, I'm trying to carefully, like, control the size of my dot, and sometimes if I go in with a little less than what I need, I can kinda tap it into the shape or the amount that I want. Sometimes I'll go in with a little bit more, it just kinda depends. So, me just kinda going like this a few times is just helping me solidify the side of my dot before I move on, or the size of my dot before I move on. Yeah, so sometimes I do too. Most of the time I'll start with the larger end of like one of the smaller tools. On this one specifically though, I actually started with the smallest end, so like the 0.8 millimeter, and just crossed my fingers and hoped that I chose a good size. But I mean, half the time I'm guessing. There are certain starts, sorry, I had like a hiccup. There are certain starts that I know exactly what size to use, and others I'm just like, let's try it and see. Yeah, that's probably one of the reasons that I tend to start with one of the smaller tools, because you can always make your dot a little bit bigger. It's a little bit harder to make a dot smaller, you know what I mean? It does. That is true. It does get easier the more that you do it. This? Oh, you mean what I was scraping earlier? It's just paint. So, just a lot of built up paint. I find that it's easier, like, I won't clean this part typically, like, sometimes I'll go like that, but, I usually will just use my X-Acto knife, and it's very easy, it's very quick, it's actually pretty satisfying, and I'll just scrape off all of that dried paint, and it just comes right off, and then I have a nice clean ball tip again. I like to let them, at least these ones, these crappy tools, I like to let them build up because it's more satisfying to clean them that way. keep picking my dirty tools. But yeah, a lot of it is kind of practice based. The more you do it, the more you kind of know. Like when I'm dotting, I'm never really paying attention to like, I'm not, my brain doesn't go, okay, I need the 0.8 millimeter tool. I need the 3 millimeter. You know what I mean? Half the time I'll either go green tool or I'll be like, whatever tool works, I'll just load up and use more paint. The only time I'm really paying attention is when I'm teaching or when I'm writing a pattern so that I can write down exactly what I used. Otherwise, I just kind of grab whatever I think will fit best in that space and just see what happens. Trying not to like jinx myself right now, but typically when I do center dots like this, they're not as I don't this is definitely not perfect, but they're not usually this nice. I don't know. I did something right tonight because it looks pretty freaking good. I'm almost scared to like do one more layer. Maybe I should just stop while I'm ahead. Oh no. Yeah, there's kind of like that perfect touch, you know what I mean? Sometimes I find that if I'm not sure, instead of doing this one, I'll do this one and then I'll like center the other one. But the more the better your guidelines are, the better your first one or two rows are, the better it sets up the entire design. There's a paint booger in that. That paint bugger just messed up that dot and I'm like kind of annoyed about it. But that's okay. We'll keep going. Typically it is for me too. Like I just said a little bit ago, I don't want to jinx myself, but I feel like this is kind of turning out typically better than normal. I prefer a flower center. Not that I can't do these, but for me, when I do a flower center, it like always turns out really well. Whereas these, I feel like there's always something that like happens. But I'm sure if I went slower, it would be better. But I don't know. I can't, the more I try to be perfect, the more I mess up, which is why I kind of just go and see what happens. And I enjoy it a lot more when I'm not freaking out. Hello, hello. All right, I got one more color to use, and then we went through all of them. Let's start out with our dots. What kind of dot do I want to do? Thanks. I mean, nobody wants to do something that they're not enjoying, right? And obviously when you first get started, you're gonna struggle a little bit. Most of us do anyways. But you just gotta stick with it. Sometimes you just have to keep going. You'll like it when it's done. Walk away from it for a couple days, come back and look at it again. You're like, oh, actually, I don't mind that one very much at all. Yes. That's the other thing. I've said that a bunch of times too, where the design of as a whole, there's so much going on, you're not gonna notice the little things. Trust the process. Exactly. Oh, I didn't know that. What do you prefer to be called, Heather or Cherry? You are your worst critic. That is for damn sure. You guys taught me that. I mean, I always knew that, but you guys definitely taught me that because the things that I tend to not like the most are usually some of the ones you guys like the most. And I don't know, sometimes I don't believe you. Sometimes I feel like you're just trying to make me feel good. But other times I'm like, well, typically the things that I don't like is because it's a different design than what I'm used to, or or it's like a color palette that I won't typically use, which might be why you guys like it because it's different. I wasn't planning on doing this like this, but we're gonna do it anyways. We'll kind of round it out. I'll put a dot over it. It'll be fine. Oh, nice. Ooh, Sophie's pretty. Hello. Sophie's a pretty name. Uh-huh, true. That's why whenever you guys ask me to zoom in, I'll be like, Okay, but don't look too closely." Thank you. Pretty sure this is the color palette that I used for one of the projects for next month. Pretty sure that's where this palette came from. Because even though I really like these colors together, I don't always have a paint strip already, loaded up with the colors, but I did, so I'm pretty sure. These paints are new too, like they haven't been sitting, so I recently made this. It was either I made it for that or the cup. I don't remember. Maybe it was both. Yes. So, I do sell these in singles, because I find that coaster like, it's hard to get what I want for them, but I was whatever. These 2 are a set though because it was a commission, so I did make these to go together, same color palette, just different design. But yeah, all of these are separate. I'm planning on a set of 4 that I'm teaching, but the designs will be different. The colors are the same though. So, but typically I do them all separate. I know, that's why it was so easy when you said pink and purple. I'm like, "Perfect. I already have it. It's already here." Upwards walking dots. That's what I call them anyways. Ooh, yummy. I love a good, warm, freshly baked chocolate chip cookie. There's, like, not many things better in the world than a cookie right out of the oven. Maybe brownies. Oh yeah. So what, you're not going to Target and getting meatball stuff? You're not getting garlic bread anymore? You make ice cream instead? So my sister, she wanted a Ninja Creamy, um, and we happened to just have one. I think it was gifted to us one year, but we just never used it. Literally, it just sat in the box. So I gave it to her, and now I kinda wish we had it. Not that I need to make ice cream all the time, I definitely do not, but Oh, okay. Thank you. It's so good. Like, it's so simple. It's, like, not super gourmet by any means, but, like, it's just a satisfying bite. It's probably one of the best easy meals that I've ever made. Let's see. What do I want to do next? Ooh, maybe hold on, I don't want you guys to see me for a second. I need to see if I can't figure out much of a design with that. I don't know. I do want to, you know what? Let's do it because I have a bad habit of avoiding doing certain things when I'm not 100% sure how to put it into a current design. So let's freaking do it. They're gonna be purple. Okay. I was gonna do that, but then I thought about you guys can't see. Okay, good. And then I thought about doing this instead. So please hold. Let me apply one very quickly. Oh no, I didn't press down all the way, damn it. Sorry, I did it on purpose. I didn't want you guys to see me do it. I think I have enough room to like work a design into it. I was a little worried I wouldn't have enough space, but it like kind of fit pretty perfectly, honestly. So Hello, welcome in. Better late than never. Oh, I almost did that upside down. That would have pissed me off. Just making sure I have all the spots pressed down, that's all. I know. I was just thinking that. I'm like, do I color them in? Do I let them go and then remove my guidelines and do pigments? I might do the pigments and then maybe some dots on top of the pigments. I don't know. We're gonna leave it for now though. So a lot of my tools, they'll have a line. So what I'll do, like this is at the bottom. So what I'll do is I'll line that middle part up along my guideline. Not every tool has it, but a lot of them do. Otherwise, I just kind of go, I don't know. Since it's all going outwards, I feel like I mean, you could turn it, but I felt like since it was smaller here, it would fit better than, but I guess you could flip it, it would probably be the same. But if I wanted to do like little antennas, I feel like I need to make space for it. Mm, I need the smaller one. Oh, that's the bigger one. Go. It's funny when you guys ask me that because I'm like, I don't know if I've ever really thought about it, but like I probably do think about it, but it's just like a very quick decision in my head, you know? It would be interesting if I just would walk you guys through my thoughts in a design. Not necessarily like teaching, but I'll be like, okay, well, I could do this or I could do that. But like if I did this here, then I could do this. Like that's usually the kind of thoughts that are going through my mind. I try and work about a step or two ahead of myself in my head, or I try to anyways. So like when I'm placing the butterfly, my current thought is, okay, I need to bring this back into like a mandala, right? So am I gonna do swooshes around it? What am I gonna do? Am I gonna do something else? I still haven't figured that out yet. But yeah, I was thinking about doing kind of like maybe I'll do some dots here and then that way you can, I don't know. Or I could do like another layer of bloop bloop and then eventually bring it in. Hmm. Now I'm thinking, bring it, swooshes, a couple layers, and then a swoosh here. And then up here might be interesting. It's hard to visualize it. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Let's try something new because that's the only way we learn to do new things, right? This isn't super new. I mean, it's obviously new for this design. However, I've done something like this before in the past. Whenever I was doing the original, uh, reindeer, I kind of did their antlers sort of like this, and I did a few of them. Obviously, my reindeer are different now, but this might be interesting. So, since this is the thing I'm most unsure about how it's gonna look at when it's done, look like how it's gonna turn out. That's what I want to say. How it's gonna turn out when it's done. I kind of want to try it so that then we know, and if we like it, we can do it some other time, and if we don't like it, then we just don't do it again, you know? But I say I work a few steps ahead of myself in my head. That doesn't mean I can see the design. Unfortunately for me, I don't have that magical ability to see um the stuff in my mind. Like I can't make that picture for some reason. And I feel like that kind of makes me struggle sometimes, where some artists they have that visual stuff in their brain. Yeah, something like that. But like I can come up with an idea, but then I'll be like, I'm not really sure what it's actually gonna look like, so I'm gonna have to do it. But this might look cool around the butterfly because it might look like they've got extra stuff to their wings, you know? Oh, hi. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it all very similar in size so that as I'm kind of doing a couple layers, it hopefully ends around the same spot. Mm-hmm. Yep. I said, I want to try and make snowmen. Let's see. Yeah, I can't do it either. Typically, I just have to go for it. So the bright pink is a mix. It is the sizzling pink Americana neon color, which at this point, unless you find it on Amazon, you can only get it on DecoArt's website kind of thing. It's not like you can't get it in stores is what I mean. You used to be able to get it from Joanne, but that biatch closed her doors. So, but I do mix it with a little bit of poodle skirt pink or white, but usually it's poodle skirt pink. Sometimes I feel like the white um makes it a little less bright so that it dries nicely. If you were to just use it on its own, it wouldn't look as nice. It doesn't dry as nicely because it's the neon color, and most neons don't typically look that great over black on their own. They look fine under a black light, but not in regular light. So even if I'm painting something that's supposed to be a black light piece, I'll always mix a little bit of a pastel version of that color or white in with it just a little bit so that it looks nice with the black light on, but also looks nice if you don't have your black light on. Um it's their neon fluorescent paints. I'll show you the bottle in a sec. These ones. Specifically this bottle. There's a ton of different neons and there's even a different deco art neon. But like this one, this Americana neons. It's the consistency that I like the best. The other ones, I think they're called blacklight neons. Color-wise, they're probably the same, but consistency-wise, they're thick, and I don't like that. Yeah. Sometimes I miss it. I didn't really go there all that much, but, like, I went there when I needed something that the other stores didn't have, and so whenever I catch myself needing that, I'm like, "Damn it." And I was just kinda putzing around a little bit earlier today. I went to Hobby Lobby, and, then I went to, like, Marshalls and TJ Maxx, and Joanne was in that same little strip mall that Marshalls and TJ Maxx is in, and I just drove past it, and I'm like, "I kinda miss it." I would love to go in there right now. My fiancé, he's doing good. He's, looks like he's watching some baseball. He's watching baseball. Sure. I don't really know either, but we'll see. So right now I'm working on my flow is I'm working on kind of closing in this middle space here between the butterflies, getting them getting them pretty close together, and then I'll do like a big swoosh or something and maybe put a few dots in some spaces. I don't know yet. Still figuring it out. Sometimes little challenges like this are nice. Now, I won't always like to do stuff like this. There are definitely some lives where I don't really want to think. I just want to paint. This live, I guess I feel like I guess I can putz around a little bit more. But some days that's the last thing I want to do. It's very little, and that's good. That's a good thing. But the beginning of this actually started out really, really nice. And like extra symmetrical for once. So I'm just kind of going for it. You see me kind of switching the sides of my tool because sometimes I feel like just going to the smaller end now is a little bit easier to get a nice little swoosh with than trying to do it with the larger end. Yeah. This kind of reminds me of like a fancy butterfly, sort of. Wipe that part of my tool off. It's getting a little clogged up with paint. Little baby nudges. It's easier to drag your swoosh if you're just kind of baby nudging it along the way. It kind of is, isn't it? Or like Polly Pocket. Oh yeah. Sometimes you just gotta throw it away, do something else. Hello, I am dot painting, making a dot mandala of sorts on a coaster. So, like, if I wanted to, I could do, like, a dot here and kinda do it that way, but I think I'm still gonna close it in one more time. Go up right to that line maybe. Okie dokie. It does have a lot to do with the paint. Um, I think it also has something to do with, like, you might be doing it subconsciously, but whenever I'm swooshing, I'm connecting enough with the surface to move my paint where I want to, and it might sound like I'm really dragging, but that's just, like, kinda how the surface is, it's kinda like a chalkboard almost. Um, I'm very, very light touch, very, very light touch. I gotta watch my fingers now or I'm gonna stick my fingers in paint. But I'm kinda keeping an eye on the swoosh next to it, and that's sort of how I'm shaping it. Do not press hard at all. Yeah, you really don't need to, especially if you're starting out with enough paint. These nudges, I'm keeping a little bead of paint in front of my tool, and that's how I'm able to get swooshes to go that long. And then once I wanna bring it to, like, just the point part of the swoosh, I just kinda let it go. Hey, there you go. Better late than never. Practice makes progress. You need to use more paint then too. That's one of the reasons I tend to use the smaller dotting tool is because I can load up the tool with more paint, but still not have to worry about having too much paint. And then because I have more paint than what the tool can typically handle, I'm able to kind of push all that excess paint along, and it still looks like I was doing that on purpose. Well, I kind of am doing it on purpose, but no, surprisingly, at least not for me. If I have any little bit of alcohol, even like a drink at dinner, and I feel any little bit of tipsy, and that's not hard for me to do because I don't drink very often. I dot way worse. I'm a little bit more careless and loose, I guess. And I mean, you don't want to be stiff when you're painting, but you don't want to be too. Your hands don't want to be too flappy. Yeah, like the other night. All right, so I'm gonna ignore these guidelines because that's okay. Um, and I'm going to try some of the guidelines I won't ignore, but some of these I will. And I'm going to do my best to split right down the center. But I'm not gonna put too much thought behind it either, because that's how I mess up. The slower I go, the more perfect I want my swoosh to be, the worse it looks. Okay. And I think I'm gonna go. It is kind of psychedelic for sure. We'll go like that. Kind of looks like a snowflake. A psychedelic snowflake, anyways. I know. But that's what happens when I do something that I'm not 100% sure how to bring it back into like mandala form. So really my mindset with this design is just to get it back into something that I can, you know, get into like a true flow state with again. And sometimes that won't ever happen, but it'll still turn out cool. But like I said, you'll never know till you try. But could you imagine this or something like this in white? Like that literally looks like a snowflake. Like if you were to cut up a piece of paper with scissors and then open it back up, it kind of looks like a snowflake, like a paper one. And then I think I might go back in here after I remove the guidelines and fill it in with like pigment so that it's sparkly. Speaking of pigments, I think I'm in the clear, hopefully, to carefully remove these guidelines so that I can fill the butterflies in. If I start to smear paint, then we're going to stop. But I think we're in the clear. Ooh, good for you. I wish that I never picked up cigarettes when I was in college. And I wish that I never turned to picking up a vape to quit cigarettes. So, I know. Little snow butterfly angels. I know. I know. I'm getting to that point. Like I like keep telling myself I want to stop, but I haven't like truly committed yet. So, I'm better than I used to be because I was like, no, it's not happening. But now I'm just kind of like, ugh, I'm kind of over it. No, not really. I mean, I have drank and I'm not against drinking, but I rarely drink. Like a drink with dinner if I go out to dinner sometimes or but like I'm not a bar person. I don't go to the bar. I don't do any of that. Yeah, they tell me all the time, "Stop that shit." Ooh, I want to do a mix. I want to do a mix. Well, good. I used to turn to alcohol when I was younger, working in the restaurant industry and stressed out like freaking crazy. And I mean, I'm glad I don't do that anymore, but that's part of the reason why I don't really drink that much anymore. I mean, I've dabbled with the devil's lettuce, but that's the harshest drug I've done. I don't really have any interest to do anything else. Mm, yeah. Yeah, he definitely isn't happy about it, that's for sure. So I just mixed the pink and the purple together. Curious to see how that looks. La 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 la. Where's my swatch card? Haha. Oops. Yeah, I use a little too much of the dot, but I think that'll look pretty. So we'll use it. Yeah, I mean, that's good in a way for sure. Most of the stuff I did when I was single or in college, and now that well, one, I'm a little older, but not that much older, but now that I've settled down, you know what I mean? I really don't have much really time for it. The good thing about this is that, this is kind of an outlet of sorts, but I'm not against a little drink or anything every once in a while. Yes, exactly. It's like if you don't not that if you don't know what you're missing, but, like, if you don't have the opportunity to start, then, you know. Wow, 6 of them. Me? No, I'm a '90s baby, but Heather is. Yes, very true, very, very true. Although I'm sure once I kick the vape habit, I won't ever wanna go back, or if I do wanna go back, I won't, not because I anticipate a not so fun time. Yes, she is. Thank you. This really gives that like sparkly butterfly wing kind of thing. I'll probably maybe do like a dot or two for like the wing design once it dries, but I didn't really want to completely color this in. I wanted to leave it a little bit. Oh yeah, that's good. Um, I mean, I love a good like carbonated beverage, but I never like I grew up on like diet drinks, which I know they're not good for you, but um thankfully like I didn't have to kick like a sugary pop. Um, but like I definitely am a coffee person. Um, I'm sure there is. I don't know where. Can you swipe somewhere? Like I know on TikTok you can swipe one direction and it'll move the comments off screen. I'm not so sure on YouTube. I'm still a YouTube noob. I do hate Red Pop. Red Fago is literally the worst ever. Thanks. Oh, can you? That's cool. Too much. Oops. Okay. I like that. Three dots in the right-hand corner. I love Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is my shit. It's my favorite. Okay, we need to do some top dots. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of low medium to this. Where the hell did I put it? I knew I shouldn't have put that in here because I knew I was gonna use it. Where is it? Did I put that in here? Maybe you didn't. Where's my flow medium? That's not it. Okay, maybe I didn't put it in there. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm making loud noises. Get back. Jesus Christ. All right. Anyways. La, la, la. If I were the flow medium, where did Jenna go? Oh, it's literally right in front of my freaking face. Um, I'm painting coasters, so they're 4 inches. I'll try and move my camera a little bit, Cynthia, and try not to paint in the comments as much. Why am I mixing that with a Q-tip? I don't usually do that. Okay. Do you see anywhere that says live chat, Cynthia? Perfect. Thanks, guys. Teamwork. Is that thunder? I can't tell if that's thunder or a car. So this purple that I'm using is the Art Alchemy purple, but before I found this purple, and sometimes I still will use it, but um the other a similar purple metallic is the Purple Flash Full Art Color Shift. Oh, cool. Cynthia, if you want to get your chat back, she said swipe up from the bottom of the screen and it should bring the chat back. Yeah, we're supposed to get rain for the next couple days and storms at some point. I just wasn't sure if it's supposed to storm tonight or if we're just gonna get rain. I mean, it's supposed to start-ish around this time anyways, so would not be surprised if that was indeed thunder. Shelby, how's it going? Oh, cool. The flight canceled. Oh, geez. Nice. That sucks. Yeah, you got 20 minutes to hang out with us. This is me being impatient. Because, like, typically I could just wait until this fully dries and wipe off all the guidelines, but, I kind of just want to do this. So nice what a little bit of water will do? Just wipes away your guidelines super easily. I wasn't really sure about this, but I think it's coming together quite nicely. Oh, yep, severe thunderstorm warning just came through on my phone until 12:30 Eastern. So, in the next like 20 minutes, if the live shuts off, it means I lost power and I probably just won't come back on because my live's over in 19 minutes anyways. I'm actually really digging this. I think this design is a lot of fun. I don't know what I'm gonna do right here. That's why I haven't done anything yet, and I'm just, putzing around a little bit, but that's okay. Woohoo! I love thunderstorms. I'm okay with that. I don't mind them. Yes, very much. Yeah, I could have, I was pretty sure that was thunder. Like, I didn't think that was a car. And I think I was right. Oh, yeah. This is looking nice. Yeah, I think it's because I haven't had to grow up worrying about like tornadoes or anything. So whenever a thunderstorm comes through, I'm just like, yeah, thunder, lightning, because it's very rare that we get anything bad. Oh yeah. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to sleep on this for the next day and a half because that's the next time I'll be live with this because we're probably not getting to that part tonight. So it'll give me a chance to kind of maybe think about the next steps in the design, and then I'll be able to, if I want to wipe off some guidelines, I can. But it might be smart to keep them until I figure out what the heck I'm gonna do. Just going in and filling in this like pointy part that I can't do as nicely with my ballpoint tool, and then I'll fill the rest in. Yeah, could you imagine this with like all white and then I go in with like that pretty blue? Oh, that would be so pretty. Oh no. Well, make it tomorrow, go to the store tomorrow, get your grocery shopping done for a couple days. I am full. I waited for Scott to get home from work, but since it's the end of the month, he was at work late, so I ate like after 9. I think I had like maybe 20 minutes to hang out before going live. So for the most part, I've just been sitting since I ate, so my tummy hasn't really, I'm still pretty full. No dessert for me. I got all excited because I thought, I know he's not, but he used to be off on Wednesdays. So, like, the majority of today, I was like, yay, Scott's off tomorrow. And then I was sitting down after my Facebook Live and I was like, no, he's not, but I am. I'm still going to be working, but I don't get to sleep in tomorrow because I have VIP, but I get to just kind of take my time tomorrow. I'll probably get coaster number 3 done for May. Maybe I'll finish my secret custom that I have to work on too, because I think it mostly just needs more top dots and sparkles. Oh yeah, I have a secret custom that I'm working on. I'm not allowed to show anyone until it's done. Well, I'll show you guys eventually. Tis very pretty though. I've been working on it for the last like month and a half, not because, I probably could have completed it sooner, but I've been working on it in between things. So it's coming along slowly but surely. Lots of different colors like purples, pinks, greens, blues, sparkles. Just a nice, fun, vibrant piece. Oh yeah, that was a good idea to do that. Nice and color shifty. Now I feel like the space underneath the butterflies needs something. Oh yeah, you watched Britta. Fun fact, we grew up together. Um, we went to elementary through high school together. She lived right behind me. I am. I just don't know where I want to put them. Like, I don't know if I want to go. Maybe I should go like that, and that'll give me like an opportunity to do swooshes, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Where's my paint? Let's do light pink. So I'm gonna do, hello. We'll do something like that. Uh-oh. Turn off your security camera. Wouldn't you want it on at night? No? Maybe not. Oh yeah, I did see that. I think it's pretty cool. That was a pretty cool piece. Did you like it better with the black grout or the white grout? She's not a mosaic artist. She actually, well, I mean, I guess maybe now she is kind of, but her main thing, she doodles basically. She draws designs and stuff. And then basically she like hand draws mandala swirly pictures. It's called Zentangle. But she'll dabble in other things. Like some people only know her from the beaded bouquets. Some people know her from doing mosaics. Like she'll kind of hyperfixate for months on something. But her biggest thing is like she draws. Gotcha, gotcha. This is cute. So cute. Zenspire design. Oh, I know. When she did the pre-orders and she got like so many, and that's I mean I felt her freaking pain. That was bringing me back to the freaking ornaments from hell when all you wanted to do was something else but you literally couldn't. She's on TikTok, but she's on all the different platforms. She's someone that I don't want to call her a friend. She's an acquaintance, I guess. Because we kind of ran in similar friend groups, but like We were close when we were, like, young, but as we grew up and, just made new friends, we're in completely different friend groups at this point. So, I know her and I'm friendly with her, and if I see her in public, we both say hi, and maybe we'll, like, chat for a couple seconds, but that's pretty much it. But yeah, I did grow up with her. I remember being in class with her and stuff. She's a creator. She has a TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Um, just someone I grew up with who her business kickstarted from the Starbucks cup contest years ago. That's when her business blew up and got a lot of eyes on it, and now she just does a bunch of art. Her stuff is very pretty. It's very, very pretty. Gotta make the butterfly body sparkly too. I think it's Zen Spire instead of Inspire, it's Zen Spire. I think it's Zen Spire Designs, I believe. My center dot, the pink dot is the sizzling pink Americana neon with a little bit of poodle skirt pink mixed in. And then the top dot is the purple, the Crocus Fields Art Alchemy color. Yeah, pretty much. Yep. Somewhere here, I don't know where it is, but I have one of her stickers. It's the Peeps sticker. I bought it a while ago just for funsies. But I can get her art in the mall if I want to, because she has a little booth at one of the creative. There's a store in the mall that's rented out by one of the, I can't remember what it's called, but I made it market, I think. And so they do shows, but they also have a storefront where you can basically rent a space within the store, and it's just like a not so pop-up vendor store at the mall. So she has some of her stuff in there. The last thing I'm going to do tonight is just add some sparkly over the pink, and then we'll let it just kind of hang out until Thursday. We'll be back on here on Thursday night. And we'll finish this, and yeah, I think we'll probably keep going with coasters. Ornaments on Saturday, but I have both lives on Saturday, so we shouldn't need to necessarily pick up an extra ornament live this week. So we'll just keep doing coasters. I don't know what we're gonna do next week, but I'm pretty set on coasters or ornaments this week. Yeah, she does mosaics, she does bead art, but her big thing is she draws. But she's definitely been doing a lot of mosaic pieces recently. I think that she shows more of those things than she does of her drawings these days. But, it's kind of cool that people follow her for three different types of art, because she's went viral in all of them, which is pretty neat. But she's always been very, very artsy. I remember thinking when I was younger, like, no wonder you're failing English. All you're doing is doodling in class. Like, because my parents always told me, like, if you don't pay attention in class, you're gonna fail, right? I like sat behind her one year, and she like didn't do good too good on like a spelling test. We were in like fourth grade, like, fourth or fifth grade. But I remember like being like, well, maybe if you spent more time studying and not drawing. Oh yeah, longer than I have. She's been drawing for so many years. But I think 7 or 8 years easily on t on social media at least. I have, but not yet this year, I don't think. I haven't really done many, uh, um, glitter ornaments this year yet. I've been doing a lot of those wood ornaments, so, but this week technically is wood ornament week, but maybe we'll squeeze a couple regular ornaments in there, I don't know. But I did teach how to do the snowman ornament in my VIP group. I don't know if it is still I don't know if it's been a year yet. Um, I can't remember. But if it has been a year, then it's on my subscription here on YouTube, where all of the older VIP lives live these days. Anything older than a year live on my little subscription playlist on here, and then the rest of them are in the VIP group. Me too, although I'm sad I broke one of mine today. I'm so mad at myself. I dropped it on the floor. This isn't the first time I've broken a tool by doing that. Like a ballpoint tool, I don't know. I've broken so many of them just by dropping on the floor and then they crack. I don't know why that happens, but it does. So I broke one, but I glued it. So I'm just kind of letting the glue dry. You wouldn't even know, but I'm just letting it dry. It's fine. It's funny. I was so worried about you know, my biggest concern was the writing coming off and it's not. I didn't even think that I could drop it and break it, but I mean, I guess I'm not surprised because I've done it with other tools. So it's I know I suck. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna hop off here and I will see you guys back on here on Thursday night. Here's what we did today. I didn't even show you. So we finished this one. We started like the very first few steps last night on TikTok. Finished this one and then did this one. And now we're working on this one. So not too shabby. This one is turning out really fun. So can't wait to finish that on Thursday. But that's all I have for you guys. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful Wednesday. And I'll see you guys on Thursday night. Bye.